Okay, I think we should be good now. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're here. We are here shiny hunting some starters. I am starting with Mudkip. I wish... This is going to be very inefficient, my counter. Like, this counter setup is really good when, like, the resets take a while. But since I'm, like, it's such, like, a process. Like, I have to, like, go into the thing and adjust it and save a file. I'm not an expert on these number setups. Maybe I remove it for now. And I'll just count on my own. And if I can figure this out before we stream this again, then we should be good. Alright, that is good. I'm going to start with Mudkip. Personally think it's probably the best of the batch. Torchic's cool. The shiny's kind of meh. I like Trico shiny, but not much of a Trico, like, fan myself. Is this Pokemon Emerald? It is Pokemon Emerald. Okay, I just want to make sure. Let's see how it looks on the phone, because the whole goal is to do another vertical stream. Oh yeah, I should. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Should be good. Should be good. I want to make sure that this is looking proper. Let me reopen. There's the chat. There it is. You should hunt for Feebas in Diamond and Pearl, and shiny hunt and Munchlax in Diamond and Pearl. No thanks. Okay, where? Perfect. Perfect. It is exactly how I want it to look. We're good. We are ready to stream some shiny hunting. If I'm going to remove that number, I should probably lower these down, right? I don't know what I just lowered down. Lower this down just a tad, so it's not just oddly high compared to the previous shiny. Oh, wrong one. Right one? Come on. There we go. All right. Yeah, I will pass on shiny hunting Feebas and shiny hunting Munchlax for at least now. Like, full odds shiny hunting's already hard enough. We don't need a more difficult task on ourselves. But let's get it. I'm going to keep the calculator up for me so I can keep track of the number. Find our Pokemon Emerald version. And let's do it. Is the sound okay? Because I'm using a different software for vertical live streams than I do our normal live streams. So that'll be the test. We're gonna start with Mudkip. We'll swap if anything, if we hit the 10 likes like normal. Okay, it is a normal Mudkip. I fixed my settings. Not doing Ponyta Community Day? Probably not. I have a shiny Ponyta already. I can keep the game open. I don't know, it's just Ponyta doesn't, like, excite me as much as some of these past ones. Like, I could pull it right there. No? Oops. Like, I can keep my phone up, check periodically, but I'm not feeling the Ponyta. I feel like this would be a cooler shiny to nab. Although Galarian Ponyta, maybe. So we'll see. I'll keep my phone open. 10 likes and you hunt Spinda. We don't... We'll see what we hunt next once we get a shiny starter. We gotta start with the starter. Flygon. Flygon would be a cool shiny to get in this game. Like 1,000,000%. I would take a shiny Trapinch in this game. Okay. That would be like a really cool member to add to the team. Though I wish this thing would easily go away. Maybe I open the calculator on my phone, so that way I don't have to have it popped up there. You know what? That makes more sense. Not just any Spinda, a very specific Spinda. You just coming up with the most brutal hunts that are possible. Spinda, Feebas, Munchlax. Jeez. I'm not trying to hunt the same Pokemon for like 10 years. Pretty sure that reversal guy did it for his Feebas, and that was in Sword and Shield. Which probably isn't nearly as difficult. I mean, it is difficult, but you don't have to like go hunting for a very specific spot. Now, I would take a shiny here. Yo, Random, welcome to the stream. I'm glad it's one that you can finally get out to and it's not super late at night. We are just here shiny hunting some starters. I don't know. I feel like this game could be fun. I do really enjoy shiny hunting. I haven't done it in a little bit in Soul Silver, Heart Gold. I've got a couple files for full odds hunting that is just fun. I feel like full odds hunting is so rewarding when it finally happens. Yes, it takes a while, but once you get it, it feels amazing. Like way better of a feeling than like shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, Legends, where the games are easier. Which, sure, I want that shiny Veluza in VGC. I wouldn't be using a Veluza, but like I could realistically hunt for that to use it. But this is like hard work, determination, like something that you're not always going to get. At least without like putting in a lot of time into it. And I could be saying this and we could get this Encounter 11 right here. Shiny. No. Next time you see a Spinda, remember that you're the only one who has probably ever seen that Spinda. And you will never see that Spinda again. I believe it on the I will never see that Spinda again. But I've got a feeling there's only like 4 billion Spinda in the world. Right? It's like 4 billion. I'm sure every single person in the world has encountered, like, combined more than 4 billion Spinda. What if the Zigzagoon is shiny? If the Zigzagoon is shiny, I don't know. Maybe we come up with a punishment if the Zigzagoon is shiny. Only 4 billion? Yeah, but think about the amount of people who have played Pokemon in games where Spinda is available. And the amount of time someone has encountered a Spinda. A regular Spinda. like, think about how fast, like, challenges get completed in, like, Pokemon Go and their community things. Like, I 100% believe that every Spinda has probably been encountered. And most multiple times. That's not the issue. You said only. Exactly. In comparison to the amount of people encountering Spindas, 4 billion is not that much. We could get every single person in the world to open up Pokemon Emerald. There's not 7 billion copies of Pokemon Emerald, but we could get every single person to open the game at once, and that's 7 billion people. There are less Spindas than there are people. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, we should come up with like a punishment if I do encounter the Zigzagoon. I think that'd be fun. I hope we don't get the Zigzagoon. I hope we get the shiny like immediately. And then we can play the game. Maybe shiny badge quest, or we could go even wilder. I don't think it's physically possible. We could try to shiny hunt every single Pokemon in this game. Obviously, like, at 1 in 8,000. That's insane. Insane odds that we would have to do. Scyther is 5-0 at a regional? Listen, you can't hate on Scyther. It has the same stats, number-wise, as Scizor. And Scizor is not bad. Power creep is a thing, but it's not bad. Plus, you can add the Eviolite if you want to. Like, can't underestimate the Scyther. Especially when the power level's a lot weaker. Like, and think, like, what Mons could Scyther be good against? Rillaboom? Rillaboom's a good Mon. Trying to think, it ran Thief. Steal someone's item. Big brains. Show me the shiny Mudkip. At insane odds. I have the number as 20. But I've definitely, like, done a few resets on my own. And we did a few resets in the past. I just don't have the number for it. We are purely counting based on this stream alone. And Eviolite. Makes sense. Eviolite on Scyther. Like, why not? Why not? Get that extra bulk. Your typing's a little worse than Scizor. Well, quite a bit worse than Scizor, so that extra bulk helps. Am I supposed to only be in your left ear? Well, I see why. Huh. See if I can fix this. Advanced audio properties. Mono. Okay. Should be fixed. Should be fixed. For some reason, it was like only one audio line. The music is both, but my voice is only one. Weird. As well as close combat dual wing beats. Makes sense. %100% makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. 24 resets at this point. I don't watch. So, like, short streaming's weird to me. Seems fixed, cool. On the track here, it looks fixed, so cool. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch short streams that much. I don't know if it's a product of the time, per se. I don't watch streams much in general, so that could also be part of the thing. So I'm gonna keep testing out vertical streams, but to me, I'm not a big stream watcher person. But if I am, it tends to be horizontal streams, and that's probably because like horizontal streaming makes sense to me. It's what I've always experienced, and with short streaming being more new, it's like a different sort of audience. So we're gonna test it. One, because it seems, I don't know about now, but it seemed to get a lot of good push from YouTube, and I think that's partially because YouTube wants to compete with other streaming services that do offer vertical streaming. Zigzagoon shares my mood. So we're gonna test it. We're gonna see how it does. If it does do decent, I might try to dual stream the charity stream. Have a vertical stream, which just makes more sense to me, and have a vertical stream to get that extra like push, you know? We'll have to mess around with it. It's like a test. It's like a test, and I feel like shiny hunting is a lot easier to test with it. Just makes a lot of sense. Like, shiny hunting is like very like easy, very simple. Charity stream, good memories. Well, don't worry, we are almost back on it, and I am still, don't worry, I have not forgotten about real life imperialism. I still got to work on it as a concept to make sure it's like the best possible thing, but don't worry, I have not forgotten about it. Chair, car, stream. But don't worry, the charity stream is almost back. I'm guessing that she's, yeah, I would hope so. If they weren't, I don't think they'd probably be good anymore. But I'm excited for it. I've got to I still got to work on it and make sure it's ready for when it happens, but I'm excited. Charity drive stream. We'll have fun. We'll have fun. I know that for a fact. Think of some things to do. Think of some challenges to do. 7 more likes needed. It has not updated on my end, but if we are approaching the swap, I'm probably going to swap Torchic next. I will make sure we follow. Like, we'll do all 3. I won't be like, okay, Torchic. Oh, back to Mudkip. I will make sure we do Trico too, even though I don't like Trico as much. We'll just follow a line. Go Torchic next. Mission, acquire more chocolate seashells. We'll think about it. And then the third one we'll do is Trico. Trico's cool. It's just, I'm not as high on Sceptile. I like Trico, especially from the anime. I like Grovyle from Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. Sceptile to me is just kind of eh. Hopefully you find Kip before 10 likes. Listen, I'm fine with the other starters. Be insane if we could pull the Mudkip today. Also, no counter. So, I'm counting it on my phone. I have to figure out a better way to do the counter for faster shiny hunts. Like, I want it to look good rather than just being like a number. But the way that I would do it, like how I did it for the Landorus stream, was easier. I could save a picture every single time we did a den adventure without it being too much of an issue. Like, with how fast we're going through encounters, you can't really do that. Like, we'd be sitting here forever trying to get it done. So I gotta figure out a better way to do a counter for something like way more quick like this. Because we're at 41 encounters. Like, I've got it pulled up on my phone and count it like that. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. Now I see the 3 likes. So now I see that we are 7 likes away from swapping starters. Haha. It isn't my favorite, but I heard you like Mudkips yourself. I personally really like Mudkip. It was, when I played Emerald, I'd either use Mudkip or Blaziken. I feel like Blaziken, I still like Blaziken, but I feel like it's less than how I used to feel about it. It's the best Hoenn starter, so I would 100% say that I like Swampert the most out of these 3. And plus, you got the memes. Can't go wrong with Mudkip memes. 7.5, too much water. 7.8 out of 10, too much water. Such a crazy review. Hoenn region, probably one of the most memed regions. Okay. We shall keep resetting. Imagine getting the shiny today. I don't know how many encounters we're going to end up doing today. I mean, it's pretty easy to go decently fast with the soft resetting. So we can get a few encounters. I don't think we get 8,000 encounters in, but we can get a few encounters in. 47. I deduct 0.3 because too much water. Still don't know why they didn't reveal anything about ZA at Worlds. I agree with that statement. I 100% agree with that statement. I hope we get something soon. Even just as a teaser. Tease us just a little bit. Give us some sort of thing to, like, be shocked by. I did see people logically say ZA probably won't have any competitive aspects to it. And they were saying at Worlds they tend to only announce competitive Pokemon stuff. Which if ZA is not competitive, then they've got nothing to share for that. Hoenn does have the most memes. It does. Hoenn is such a memeable region. Hoenn remakes confirmed. I hope our Tapu speculations are spot on. I know that our Tapu speculations are spot on. I personally received a phone call from Game Freak telling me I need to delete that tweet because I am right. And we are right about everything. No, I think a new Tapu is more than guaranteed I think fire type is probably the most likely, but I think the typing is like the only thing we could potentially be wrong about. But fire fairy would be insane of a type. And I think, like, I feel like it makes sense, like, if it removed terrains, maybe. New move, Fist of Death. It kills the opponent's Pokemon if it faints. Interesting. It's a theory that has gotten more attention over time. I think it's a theory that, like, why not include the Tapus in the game? You know? Tapu Koko would have worked perfect with the future Paradox Mons. The other Tapus would have worked well, especially against Miraidon, being able to change the terrains. Like, it would have made too much sense to include them in the game, and not including them in the games makes it feel like an easy lock to be in ZA, especially like they don't have the Kalos legends in the game. Dex, your uncle works at Nintendo. Shh, don't tell everyone. Getting rid of terrain would make sense. Would make some sense. I think there's potential in that. In Tapu Vaka getting rid of terrains, because then it kind of like acts like a super Tapu over the rest of them. And just, I don't think you can add a terrain for fire types. They already have sun. No need to make like fire more powerful. So burning, volcano eruptioning the terrains away would like work perfectly. All goes back to the Fluttermane conspiracy. Yeah, Fluttermane has to be the best fairy type in the game. Or kind of reversing it like Zygarde's ability. Reversing it. But what would you reverse into what? Like, how do you reverse electric terrain? But yeah, and Volcano, a Volcano Tapu destruction, like, makes sense. Tapu Gun is the new Steel type Tapu. Okay, we gotta commission someone to make a Tapu of every single type. It's now needed and necessary. Fairy type is what we reckon. I would say fairy fire, yeah. Because of like the map having different colors and the only color that wasn't taken was red, which would make sense for fire type. Like some people, I've seen some people's theories and they put Tapu Bulu in the red, but because it is red itself, but I don't know. I put it in the green circle. Wolf is 5-0. Nice. First fairy fire type 2. Exactly. That's why I think it just like fits perfectly. You introduce that type in a legendary way. You give it really, really good viability with destroying terrains. Because I have another theory is Ground Fairy is so much more competitively viable. I hope for that. I've seen Ground Fairy recommended like as an idea too. But I think I personally believe that they kind of keep these gimmick mons for 2 generations. Like the Ultra Beast were in came out Gen 7, stayed for Gen 8, Gen 9 they're gone. We don't really have any Gen 8 gimmicks, but Gen 9 we introduced these Paradox Mons. will probably somehow be in the game in Gen 10, Gen 11 be gone. So I think, and it makes more sense to destroy a terrain because of ground type. I want Fairy Fire though. Fire Fairy. So Gen 10, you can bring the new Tapus, or all the Tapus in the game, with the Paradox Mons still being, like, maybe DLC Mons. And just the combination of finally getting Tapu Koko with the future Paradox Mons, then having the ability to turn off terrain with the new Tapu, like, to counter that, would be sick. Ground Fairy. Ground Fairy. I don't know. I mean, I guess we do have a Volcano legendary Pokemon that is ground type. I do think it'll be Volcano based. We have Groudon right there. But I feel like Fire Fairy would be, I mean, Ground Fairy would also be incredibly destructive offensively. Like, the combination of either would destroy offensively. Home update, but not in game naturally for Paradox is my Gen 10 prediction. My prediction is like some little like area, kind of like the Den Adventures, where you can only get them there. But maybe next round is starting by. Okay. Have fun with that. I don't know. I feel like I want Fire Fairy. Fire Fairy, Volcano, Tapu. I can definitely see Game Freak doing some kind of endgame or post-game side quest that is about some scientists that messed up a time machine and now they're a Paradox running amok. I can see that 100%. 100%. And then in Gen 11, they kind of just disappear. Until we eventually get Paldean remakes. As crazy as that is a sentence, that's just the matter of life. Or some way we go back to Paldea. Hi, Zigzagoon. Okay, we are at 73 resets so far. In 30 minutes. That's not too bad. We could knock out a solid amount of encounters by the end of our hunt today. And hopefully by the time we do this stream again, I'll figure out a good way to do the encounter number. Gen 10 is just going to be something like, oh, wouldn't you look at that? A magical cave that has some weird mons in it. That's also very entirely possible how they do it. They're like, here's some sandwiches that attract these weird Pokemon. I don't mind the legends being like, here's a snack, go find him here. I don't hate that. I just wish they could be soft reset and shiny hunted for. I hope that power creep is going to calm down a bit. I think that's a tough thing to do because, like, how do you calm down power creep while coming up with new Pokemon, New abilities, new moves. What, like, they're gonna want to give reason to use, like, the new Pokemon. It's hard to slow down Power Creep. But I think they do it decently by buffing old Pokemon. Like, by abilities, by moves, by giving some evolutions for Rigorath. But not everything gets good evolutions to Dunsparce. I've seen a game that has, like, characters that have about 2 million more attack power compared to older characters that are sometimes a rank higher. What game is that? But see, like, the thing is like, right now, Dragonite's really strong. There's a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon that are really strong. Gen 2 Tyranitar. Like, there's some good old Mons. I think the legendaries, I feel like the legendaries fall off more. Like, look at Mewtwo. Try using Mewtwo in VGC. It's not that good. Forgot the name of it. It's been years. They're probably in the billions at this point. Crazy. You wanna know a certain thing, a certain show? Give me more Beartic buffs. How would you do it? Like, you could either ask for a new evolution, a Blood Moon Ursaluna type of evolution for it, which I could see possible. You could ask for a Mega Evolution, but getting a Mega Evolution, it might not completely stop the idea of a future evolution, but it kind of hampers that thought. Speed increase. You could do a stat increase too. You either want a speed increase or a speed decrease. You want to be either slow or fast. But you go evolution. Mega Evolution would be a temporary buff because Mega Evolutions aren't going to stay in the game forever. They'll be in ZA, but probably not Gen 10. Or they bring them in Gen 10. I don't know. To show off the new Megas in a competitive, viable format. Kind of like Gen 7 having Z moves and Megas. As in a speed stat increase. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you either want a speed decrease to be, like, viable in Trick Room or a speed increase to be viable in Tailwind. Hear me out. Thick Fat. But it also gets both Slush Rush and Swift Swim. Neither are bad abilities. I would argue Snow is better now. When's the last time we've gotten Beartic in a game? Ooh. I mean, that's kind of slow. I would say base 50 is not bad for Trick Room. But I think Snow is better for Beartic than Hail. Especially with the buffs that they did to Snow. Oh, where? Well, wait a minute. Beartic is in Scarlet and Violet? There's no way. There's no way that... Oh. Okay, that is kind of yikes. I didn't even... Okay, that kind of proves the point that Beartic needs a buff. Does Grusha use it? I don't even remember that. It got an earthquake buff. Oof. Okay, Beartic needs a buff. I'll stand with you on that train because I feel like that's rough that it's that forgettable. Where are its stats? Let's take a look. $130 attack's not bad. Ursaluna. So it's the same speed as Ursaluna. Which I would argue is good. What about Ursaring? What are Ursaring stats? 500. These are the same mons, basically. 95 versus 90 HP. Beartic has 5 more. The attack is the same. Beartic's defense is slightly higher. Its special attack is lower, which does not matter, which is better. Special defense is 5 higher, and it's 5 speed lower than Ursaring, which I would argue is better for it. So it is viable for a like an Ursaluna type of evolution. The difference between Ursaluna and Beartic is a bunch of HP, 10 attack, a bit more physical bulk. Ursaluna does lose special attack, which is a good thing, because then you can buff up other stats a little more. Their special defense are the same, and the speed are the same. Possibly even close combat. Now, Ursaluna does have 2 immunities. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same amount of, like, weaknesses. 1 less resistance. But Ursaluna gets guts. So, like, I would say, like, what if they just, like, make a special version, but they did that with Blood Moon Ursaluna? Which, Beartic is slower than Blood Moon Ursaluna. Hold up. Hold up. I don't think you want to run Swift Swim. I feel like you don't want to run Swift Swim or Slush Rush on Beartic. I think those 2 abilities are kind of bad. Ice Fighting? So what about Ice Ground? I don't... Like, I feel like Swift Swim and Slush Rush are bad abilities for a mon with 50 base speed. Beartic got buffed in Gen 7 with 20 extra attack. Hold up. Let's cook for a second. let's cook for a second. Beartic, Snowcloak, Ninetales with Snow Warning. We need something to set the Trick Room, so probably like Farigiraf. Farigiraf, Beartic, Ninetales. Beartic's weak to fighting, fire. At this point, they are outclassed. Okay, what is arguably the best pairing with Ice type? Because Ice type defensively is pretty rough, and you pair it with certain things, it gets a little wonky. Best Ice secondary type. Ice Flying is 5th, but Beartic's not going to get Flying type. Steel, I'd argue that Steel is bad. Water. Water is potential because Beartic is got Swift Swim, but do you really want another Ice Water type when you got so many other options? Ice Ghost, Ice Ground. I was honestly thinking Ice Ground, but I don't know if they'd go Ice Ground after already just doing Ursaluna. The issue with, like, you got with physical ice types is Incineroar. Superpower, Body Press, Reversal, Close Combat. Like, you got moves to counter it. Trailblaze, gross. Like, you definitely want to lean into the slowness. Where's Ice Fang, Avalanche, Ice Punch, Icicle Crash? Let's say that's another issue. I would say another issue is, like, what in the physical ice moves? There being no, like, good physical ice moves is kind of rough. I mean, Avalanche for slow Pokemon, sure, is fine. But you don't want to really be running... You don't want it to be the slowest thing on the field. You want to give it that option to go fast, and Avalanche does not work with that. Like, Trick Room. Trick Room, Beartic. Makes sense. So then you go Icicle Crash, but miss? I'm going to click on these Ponytas, just see. Nothing. No shiny. No shiny. Galarian? Not shiny. Icicle Crash is the main thing. Why doesn't Beartic get Ice Spinner? Does Ice Spinner fix Beartic? Because at least it doesn't miss. Plus, it gets rid of terrain, which helps against other Trick Room teams. It doesn't? I don't remember. Didn't think I saw it. Oops, not bookmark. Ice. Yeah, it doesn't get Ice Spinner. Which I think is probably the biggest disservice to it. Is not getting Ice Spinner. Now, I know people loved running Icicle Crash, Chen Pao for the damage, but I 100% prefer the reliability of Spinner. I feel like Ice Spinner would help. Yes, the Titan definitely has Ice Spinner. I know that. I think that's what it's missing. Like, there's obviously other things that it could do better. Like, Snow Cloak as an ability is okay on snow teams. You can run Bright Powder and just have everything miss. But I feel like Bright Powder works so much more on a mon like that has Blizzard, and it's just chonking damage on both mons. Whereas like Beartic has Earthquake, but like I don't know. I feel like you'd want to rely on an Ice move for Beartic, and Ice is not bad offensively. But then, like, what's the point? Just run Blizzard on Alolan Ninetales. Run Blizzard on... There's another Ice type that's pretty good right now. But I can't remember what people were saying it was. But it was another special attacker. Like, special attackers right now are really, really good. Okay, giving a quick second. Oh, that was indeed a quick second. Ice Ground would be cool, but like Mamoswine. You got Mamoswine. I feel like you want to go different than Mamoswine. You don't want another Ice Ground type like that. Ice Normal would not be good. They wouldn't? Yeah, but we have so many ice water types. Like, I don't think Iron Bundles is what's stopping it. There's just so many. But it does have Swift Swim. Would Ice Water save it? Liquidation. Ice Spinner. Trying to think. Liquidation, Ice Spinner, maybe Earthquake. Liquidation, Ice Spinner, Protect, Swords Dance. I think you'd want it. Oh, this is Encounter 100, by the way. Right here, right now. Shiny. My gut says Ice Fighting type. I feel like Ice Fighting is, like, really... I'm trying to, like, think of what perks would you get out of Fighting type. Fighting Stab. For Steel types, normal types. I just feel like Ice Fighting is such a... makes it defensively worse. Then you add a weakness to Fairy, a weakness to Psychic, a weakness to Flying. Which those Flying types that you thought you beat, not anymore. Listen, we already have a... I was going to say Dark, but we already have an S-tier Ice Dark type that just would outclass Beartic in every single way. Even Weavile would outclass Beartic in that way. I feel like normal doesn't do anything for it. Ground type. Ground water. you'd really have to want to survive attacks to boost your attack, because like normal Ursaluna's great because of guts. Like it does okay damage without guts, but guts just like turns it to like an incredible S tier Pokemon, and Beartic doesn't have guts. So overall it's doing less damage. I don't know how you fix Beartic. You can keep it pure ice type, to be honest. You don't need to give it another type, but give it a workable ability. What about an ability called Snow Fist? I'm trying to think of like how to like, because Guts just doubles the base attack stat, right? Let's say give it like Snow Fist, give it a Guts like boost while while it is snowing. A Guts snow boost in a Guts boost only in snow. Cause then you like turn 1, you protect, you set up Trick Room. Turn 2, you go offensive, swap your Ninetales in, Alolan Ninetales in, set up the snow. Can Alolan Ninetales learn Trick Room? I feel like it's counterproductive because Ninetales is pretty fast. Does not get Trick Room. Let's say if you could set up Snow, Aurora Veil, Trick Room, like all really close to each other, that would be like really good. Oops. I'm trying to, why is this? Oops. Go back here. There we go. Back to how it was. Ice Guts. That's how you fix Beartic. Evolution with Ice Guts. Snow Guts. Keep it pure ice type. Give it... I feel like it already has Swords Dance, so it doesn't need Swords Dance. Plus, I don't know if you run Swords Dance if you get Ice Guts. Yeah, solved. Ice Guts. I can't think of, like, any other powerful thing better than that. Hour in, 110 encounters. No shiny, which is fine. Like, you can't expect a shiny, like, immediately. I'm gonna take a quick stop. We'll check the Ponytas. Ponyta, just orange. Other Ponyta, just purple. I mean, I can see ice fighting. It gets several fighting moves. Ice Water Swift Swim boost. Ice Normal. Normal moves aplenty, but Ice Normal just feels bad. Ice, keeping it simple with a new ability. Ice steals some mechanic guys. Ice that counts as a different form like Blood Moon. I think you need to give Beartic an evolution before like a different form like that. Because it has very similar stats to Ursa Ring that I think an evolution is like viable. You can get away with giving it an evolution that boosts its power to 555. Still not too strong, pretty strong. King Gambit type of evolution. I mean, even still, if someone likes Beartic more than its evolution, just go Eviolite. Give it some extra, like, bulk. Or, I mean, there is always the chance that Beartic gets a Mega. Because Beartic's catchable in Kalos, right? I think a Mega Evolution is worst case scenario for it. But its base stats would then be 605. But then you gotta kind of hope for like a min-max sort of thing that they did with Beedrill. Where it drops its special attack down to like 10. You give it a bit more speed. You give it a bunch of attack. Add some bulk to it. Bring it up to like base like 85 speed. And then it's actually kind of running wild on rain teams. You give it 85 speed and put it on a rain team with Kyogre. Because then it kind of beats the grass types that Kyogre is weak to. Especially in like a non-Terra game. Some potential there. 85 speed. Yo, I do want to hunt some of the game corner mons. I think that would be fun. I don't know what mons are available in the game corner, but I'm sure there's something cool. Either a tanky slow Beartic Mega or a more fast and quick Mega Beartic that uses... Yeah, but if it goes Mega, then it's only going to have one ability, which I think... Not gonna lie, I think Swift Swim would be the better of the two to keep. Because rain setters are way more prevalent. But I think 85 base speed would be good. Like, you don't have to take it too fast. You don't have to make it crazy. Just enough that Swift Swim really works with it. And then you can add Tailwind too. Would most likely make it a Ice Watermon. Maybe, maybe not. Imagine Tough Claws. Tough Claws Beartic. With Ice Spinner. Because Ice Spinner makes direct contact. Tough Claw, Snow Cloak. Thick Fat. Because 50 speed, 50 base speed with Swift Swim. I mean, there is... People have run Ursaluna fast under Tailwind, but then you're banking on Tailwind and Rain. Also, I think the issue is you want... Right now, people want ground fighting types that are special. Which it's neither, but... What is Ice good for right now? I could see Tough Claws, yeah. I think Tough Claws could be beneficial. Just anything. Well, Tough Claws isn't like... Pretty sure Tough Claws is just contact moves, right? Yeah, just contact moves, so... Like, it doesn't even need to use Shadow Claw. And look at the claws on the thing. No, we don't... I mean, you know, one of the last Ash anime episodes, the special ones, I didn't watch all of them. I watched a couple. Why doesn't Feraligatr get Tough Claws? I feel like Feraligatr could use that too. $125 encounters. There's a Beartic one. So they haven't forgotten about Beartic. Game Freak is more remembering of it than me while playing a game that it was in. I don't know. There's potential. There's a lot of Pokemon that could use some assistance and made better. But you can't have good Pokemon without having bad Pokemon. Not every Pokemon is going to be the crazy great thing to use. It's interesting. Interesting. Maybe one day I'll get around to watching. It doesn't use physical strength. Is it out there using Blizzard? Special Beartic evolution, just like Blood Moon, Ursaluna. The premise is basically a Beartic that can't control its ice powers, freezes a ton of stuff, can't control it. Okay, then learn to do so by Ash and stuff? Interesting. What about, like, a contact ability that gives the chance to freeze? Ice Claws. $131. I hope we get the Mudkip. Like, I say in decent time. Like I'm not even nearly at odds, but I think it would be sick to get the Mudkip under odds. Because then we could play the game. Full shiny team. I should go back and rewatch the entire anime. That would take forever. Rewatching everything. But there's a lot of episodes I've never seen. Like I've seen very little of the Johto anime. Ice Claws could be a tough claws with a chance of freezing indeed. Or a Frostbite. Frostbite would be so much better than freeze. 100%. They need to bring Frostbite back. Over freeze. Now, I think some ice types benefit from freeze by getting lucky. But Frostbite felt more fair. What other mons are bad? What, like, low tier mons? Lantern. Lantern deserves an evolution or mega in some type of form. I can't think of irrelevant Pokemon just on the spot. I mean, Linoon kind of was one. Obstagoon's okay. Linoon's still kind of there for the Hoenn Zigzagoons. Mighty Anna. Mighty Anna could use an evolution. I mean, could make it so that accuracy drops because the Pokemon shivers too much. Accuracy is such a pain because I'm not a big fan of accuracy, like adjusting stuff. $140 encounters right here. Oops. Like, my least favorite teams to play are the Muck Smeargle teams. Would be banned, though. Not in VGC, though. VGC does not care about accuracy. Because theoretically, accuracy stuff isn't as big of a problem because you can just double up and knock it out before it gets too bad. I'm not gonna lie, like, I used to enjoy playing singles a lot. NU, some OU, some UU. But without a doubt, I 100% have more fun in VGC formats now. But I was a stall player back then. I don't know if I could be a stall player now. I've leaned so offensive in VGC. No, in VGC, everything is allowed, other than, which I don't think you can even teach it, like Dark Void on Smeargle, but accuracy stuff is perfectly allowed, because you would run a Alolan Muck with the Power of Alchemy next to a Smeargle with Moody. You set up some Minimize, and then the Smeargle takes the hits, faints, and then Muck just gets Moody and is just becomes busted if you can't land hits. There's also moves that have 100% accuracy, which, like, not 100% accuracy, but guaranteed to hit. That kind of helps in those situations. Sacred Sword. But it can be annoying if you let it set up too much and don't have a viable answer to it. Nope. Oh, but yeah, I hated Muck Smeargle teams so much. I tried using one. What other Mons should get a new Mega? I mean, you can give Megas to powerful Mons too. Aegislash would be crazy. It's already good. So, like, you'd have to, like, in a way, nerf it at the same time without it being too strong. A lot of Gen 6 Mons. Like, Gen 6 should get some Mega Evolutions for sure. They got definitely left out because of being a Gen 6 Pokemon. Megatropius. With an ability called Super Harvest, where you're guaranteed to collect a citrus berry every single time you use it. 151 encounter right here. I think at least something like Xerneas and Yveltal will get something, since Palkia and Dialga got the same type of treatment. For sure. I think the Kalos starters too are definitely in line to get something. They'll get, like, maybe like a cocoon form or something. Power Unleashed form. Like, they won't call it Megas. They'll call it, like, something like Primal, Origin. Like, they'll give it a different name. 100% form. They could call it that. And give it, like, Zygarde aspects. Or there is always the chance that they're not technically Xerneas and Yveltal forms, but Zygarde gets Xerneas Yveltal forms. Z forms. Okay, I see the Game Freak in that suggestion. Zeta forms. Or they could get 2 forms. Right, Zeta is the letter. So what if they get Zeta and Alpha forms? A form... Oops. Because I know people are speculating that there's going to be an A Legendary too. So they get a form based on whatever the A legend is, and a form based on Zygarde. And we get 2 different forms for Xerneas and Yveltal. Zeta and Alpha forms. Calling it now. I just don't want a Charizard Z or a Mewtwo Z. Well, I got some news for you. No. That would be a bit overkill. I don't think. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think we'll get a new form for either. I mean, you had the Pro Clan and the Diamond Clan. But yeah, Zeta Xerneas, Zeta Yveltal, Alpha Xerneas, Alpha Yveltal. The 2 new forms coming to you 2025. Soft reset 160. We could get 2 new Mega Evolutions for Venus, or not 2 new, but 1 for words, 1 for Venusaur and 1 for Blastoise. Depending on the faction you choose, you either get to mess around with A forms or Z forms. Possible. I just reset that without checking the starter. Potential, but I don't know if they'd leave us out on getting forms in Legends. Friend, it doesn't work to reset an Emerald. If you want a shiny initial, it must be in Ruby and Sapphire. I don't think that's true. I've 100% seen people shiny hunt in Emerald. Interesting. Wait a minute, what? Running away, then re-entering the room. Hold up. Save a new file every 10 or so resets. What? In Emerald, the seed is always 0. The shiny frames are determined. But is there a way around it? You can restart many times and it will not come out if it's not determined in your game. So what if... Am I able to save the game? Like... Say, like, I run around in the game. Like, say I go la da 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 da, and then I save. Does that affect it at all? Okay, this says... Always interesting. So there's like no way around it. That's why? Why is that only the case in Emerald? Let me see. I don't know. Let me see if I can find my ruby then. Or sapphire. Interesting. Weird. Okay, well then let me change the title. Can I change the title? Oops. Is it gonna connect? That's so weird. That's... But only Emerald. How did they break only Emerald? Do I have any progress in this game? Watch us get the first shiny in Sapphire. In Emerald, your game from the beginning has a certain frame that will always be shiny. If you look for the Pokemon Emerald RNG method, you will better understand how the appearance works in this game. In others, the seed changes every time you reset. Weird. That's so weird. And they say new Pokemon games are broken. When it's the old ones too. They've all been broken. Always have been, always will be. Good thing I have Sapphire too. But so what I was reading is it's perfectly fine to get into the game and encounter and then flee. Like, say for like the shiny legends, if you encounter Flea, leave the area, come back, you're fine. Well, I thank you for not letting us waste another hour of our time. That's such a weird thing. Pokemon, good job. You've always been great. Always been tier A in working stuff. That stinks because I've like soft reset quite a few times, even post like out of stream in Emerald, so that's fun. Such a weird quirk of Emerald. So weird. Emerald. So the only way to do it, like in Emerald, is to create new save files with new trainer IDs. Interesting. Let's have everything pulled up. You usually don't hit the exact same frame every time, Dex, especially when not hunting for it, so no worries for truly lost encounters. True, but I feel like we probably didn't run through that many different frames. You probably did get some repeats, probably. That's so weird. That's so odd. But yeah, so I guess if we ever want an Emerald Shiny starter, I'd have to completely reset my save file every 25 encounters. Just to get hope to get lucky for an early shiny. That's odd. I'm glad not every single Pokemon game is like this. But the more you know. So, if I do continue Emerald, it looks like it is okay to not soft reset, but run away from the legends and hunt that way. So maybe if I can get there in the game, and we can get like there in Sapphire, I can open up 2 hunts. Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of RNG manipulation type of stuff. I just want a soft reset. I want to do it the simple way that feels like RNG manipulation. Yes, is a task, and like you have to be good at it, and it's not easy. But like I like the aspect of randomness, where you don't know that it's coming. It's just might be there, might not. I got the shiny Eevee in Leaf Green after 7,000 attempts. Yikes. Other than complete random, I've gotten 2 shiny Rattatas in Fire Red before. But outside of those 2, I think actual hunts I've done, the earliest game I've gotten is Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Got lucky with a very early shiny Cyndaquil. I think in a different copy of my, like, I've got 3 copies of Hoenn games. Not Hoenn, Johto games. And then a different copy I got really lucky with Totodile, and I think I just have Chikorita left to hunt for. But I have fun soft resetting in those. Outside of that, I've never done a Gen 3 full hunt. I only have 3 shiny reset Pokemon. That 8,000... 1 out of 8,000 is... Did I just reset again? Not even checking it. But Gen 3 graphics... People can hate me. People can hate me, but Gen 3 graphics are definitely one of the best. So being able to play a Gen 3 game with shiny Pokemon would be really cool. Well, maybe we pull this shiny. Now that we're actually making real soft resetting progress. I want a Fire Red. I want a shiny Charmander in Fire Red. That is a long time goal. Well, now it makes sense to pull this shiny Mudkip in Sapphire. I mean, Trico helps against the Team Aqua, but like thematically, Mudkip, the water game, we go for it. The Poochyena can still be shiny, right? I think that's still possible. Which, hey, at least with our shiny not being, or our starter not being able to be shiny, the Zigzagoon also couldn't be shiny because we already saw the Zigzagoons. But now I've got a feeling that this Poochyena, if it can shine, is going to shine before any starter. I can feel the luck leaning that way. Okay, we're at... I'm going to keep the number total 183. Even though some of those emerald ones were probably duplicates. Twas what it twas. Tis what it is. There's a couple times I did that. Those were probably new Mudkips. Come on, show me the pink Mudkip. Pinkish purple. Some more Pokemon talk. Yeah, we can go back to Pokemon talk. I'm excited for Legends ZA. And I'll be more excited when we finally see some news. Thoughts on Sigalith? So, it's an okay design of a Pokemon. Like, it doesn't stand out too much to me. It could be stronger. I remember using it back in Gen 6 time and having fun with Cosmic Power. Cosmic Power, Stored Power, shenanigans. I think we go to 250 encounters today. I think 250 is like a really good point to get to. And I think to make it fair... Yo! Andromeda, welcome to the stream. We are just out here soft resetting from Mudkips. Maybe in our last 60 encounters today, we'll pull it. But I think to make it fair for swapping starters, I'll try to keep track of the likes. So like say we end today with 4 or 5, I will just add that to the starting amount on the next time we do the shiny hunting stream. I'm dual hunting SOS and mass outbreaks right now. I don't think I really got too involved in SOS hunting. It wasn't a bad feature. I just didn't play as much Gen 7. Gen 7 might be my least played generation. But if I could get a capture card or like a DS emulator, kind of like this Game Boy, I guess emulator is not the right word. The Game Boy operator for DS and 3DS games, we'd hunt on those games too. Take some time though. Yeah, but I think SOS hunting, the whole which I didn't do much of this either, the portal, the multiversal hunting, whatever that one's called, would be a ton of fun to do. I literally just dug out my 3DS for this. Like, I don't know if I have a completed copy of Alola anymore. I might have reset my games. I'm going in blind. Fun. I don't quite remember how they worked, so I guess kind of in a way, if I were to do them, it'd be kind of blind. I just remember the adrenaline orb being a thing. I watched one tutorial, so I think I've got this. Yeah, I feel it. I feel the shining luck over there. I remember the adrenaline orb being a thing. I feel like I remember people using items to pass turns. I don't think there's a way to complete your decks anymore, right? I mean, just trading with yourself. I'm going without the charm. I don't think there's anything wrong with going without the charm. I feel like you could complete the decks, but you would have to use non-Nintendo servers now. Minus, like, mythicals, I guess. I think a fun SOS hunt would be the Salamence. The early Salamence, level like 9 Salamence. Probably would be a pain to catch, but imagine pulling it and then having a shiny Salamence to play through the entire game, basically. I didn't even know there was non-Nintendo servers. So I don't know if it works on the if they've got stuff for the 3DS. They might, but I know for like a lot of the DS gifts, there are like ways to connect nowadays to still have access to like online stuff that isn't ran by Nintendo. Are they considered illegal? I don't think they've been shut down. It's nothing, I don't think, inherently wrong with it. I don't know exactly how to do it. But I've seen people like get like old gift event distributions and stuff like that through it. I don't know exactly how it works though, and if there are 3DS ones yet. But I feel like that's how people can get like Darkrai nowadays on like Diamond and Pearl. But if I were to ever do that and shiny hunt that, I'd have to look up a tutorial myself. We are at 210 encounters. Will the Mudkip or anything shine today? My guess is no. I mean, Darkrai is... yeah, there is a glitch for Darkrai, but I feel like I saw methods to get certain event exclusives non-glitch. Like I said, I don't know exactly how the whole thing works. I just reset without... I just reset without seeing the starter. I reset looking at the Poochyena. Wow, I'm losing it. What if that was the shiny Mudkip and I skipped over it? I swear Darkrai is a guaranteed in BDSP. I don't think I ever got Darkrai in BDSP. I think I do have some Mr. Gift Shiny Legends in my either Black 2 or White 2 game. Sick. I need to replay Black 2 and White 2. I recently played, by recent, it's been a bit now, Pokemon Black, and that was a ton of fun. But I need to do Black 2. Continue on in the story. You'll never know if it was actually a shiny. Like the Darkrai? $216. $216. No shiny. To be honest, I would be perfectly content with... I just finished a 13-hour long Ralts hunt, so I'm going with high spirits. Oh, the mudkip from earlier. Yeah, I'll never know if that was shiny. Dang, 13-hour long Ralts hunt. I used to shiny hunt a ton back in Gen 6. Gen 6 is my most shiny hunted game. The Dex Nav. I went crazy with that. But Gen 7, I think the amount I played in Gen 6 just kind of killed it for me in Gen 7. But I've got faith in your shiny endeavors. I myself am okay with taking a few streams to get the shiny mudkip. Like, it's 1 out of 8,000. I'm only 220 encounters in. It's not that big of a deal. At least yet. If I finished a 13-hour long hunt, I would sleep. Yeah. I mean, all in a row, yeah, 13 hours would be super insane. But for the shiny, right? Be worth it. Oh, I really do hope that the people who created the GBA operator creates something for the DS and 3DS games. Might be a while, which kind of stinks, but would be a ton of fun. I also think if I can get a second one of those and multi-hunt, that'd be a ton of fun too. Because then, realistically, if I had two, like, I know that they're different games, but you can set them in the perfect spot. And I could hunt Fire Red and Sapphire at the same time. Like, soft resetting like this. So, I really prefer shiny hunting on actual cartridges because I feel like those are my games. And, like, the ability to transfer up if wanted. Like, I don't know. I know it's possible to use those, which really isn't illegal because I own every single game. It's not illegal to emulate if you already own the game. But I really prefer physical copies, having my shinies on something physical rather than like on a save file on a computer. It feels different to me. That's why, like, I'd rather use my Sapphire. I'd rather use my Fire Red. I don't know. And if you don't reset the games, you have them, like, very easily forever. Whereas, like, if I accidentally delete a save file on my computer, gone. How long have I been going for? So, we started on Emerald, which apparently does not work. Soft resetting. We've gone 2 hours soft resetting completely, but less than an hour since we've swapped to Sapphire. But I think I take it to 250 encounters today as a nice little, like, intro into it. Because I want to work on a couple other things today off stream. So 250 I feel like is like a perfect stopping place. Like I said, it's not not too big of a deal if we don't get it here. We've got almost 8,000 more encounters to go before we would hit over odds. You should add a counter on the screen. I plan on it, but the way that I have used the counter is by saving a photo of the number, which works for like slow hunts, like den adventures, but doesn't really work for software settings. So I'd have to figure out how to get it to change the number quicker, which I'll figure out off stream and then add it in a future stream. Ever tried fan games decks? That's playing a fan game right now. Nuzlocking. Pokemon Omicron right now, which has been our stream, our main thing we've been streaming recently, but that stream doesn't happen until 7 p.m. at nighttime. But Pokemon Omicron's fun. I've done Insurgents before. I haven't played too many fan games, but there's a lot of cool ones. Yo, Nintendo Zombie 96, welcome to the stream. We are just out here clicking on mudkips. Wonder. I don't like that they add the little like emote button in my way. That I can't see the second word in that until someone else types. Wonder why? Oh, because you said, yeah, because of it being so late for you. It's fun. I've got a playlist of all of the streams, and thanks, Andrew. I am thinking when we finally like complete Omicron, making a full-on video for it. So like it'll be available. But I just do 7 o'clock because of the work schedule. Makes it easy. Gives me some time to work on stuff after work. And then I can relax at the end of my day after eating dinner and just stream for a little bit. Luckily, when we do the charity stream, that'll be all day. So there'll be no bad time things for that. For anyone, anytime, will be good. Very fair. Yeah, it's just... We'll see. The day that I can completely do content creation full-time is the day that streams will be at a better time for everyone. 100%. Because then I would have all day to choose when to stream, when to create videos, all week to do that. Just more time in my day to handle that stuff. Come on. The sooner we get this starter shiny, the sooner we can play the game. Also, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just talking about that schedule should be as you wanna. Yeah. And like I said, I do really hope that I can, at some point in the future, stream earlier. And even longer. Like, streaming longer would be nice, too. Instead of, like, limiting streams. Limiting streams to 2 hours kind of rough. I feel like we just get into it, we kind of get going, and then it's like, oh, well, time to stop. Is it sad that I'm missing the streams? I guess. Am I required for a fun stream? Not really. Listen, we'll get you in some fun streams. Like today. Today we streamed early. I don't work Saturdays, so it's a little more feasible for me. But in the future, I do kind of like the idea of like a 2 o'clock stream, 2 to 6 p.m. EST, 2 to 5. Even maybe 1 to 5. Like, you know, some ideas that could work. But if I do have that full-time availability, like, videos would be, like, I'd have to have, like, time to work on videos, too. Okay, technically this is Encounter 250. Yo, we reached 6 likes, so we're going to be going into the next stream 4 likes away from swapping what starter we go after. We'll do a couple more. I want to do a couple more. Having fun. Like I said, 2 hours does not feel like long. What do you work as, if you don't mind me asking? I just stock grocery shelves. Which isn't anything crazy, but I go in at like 4 a.m. my time. So it's very early. Which I don't mind. Gets me off early too. It's just, I'd like to be able to commit to this 100% of the time. The future goal. $4 a.m. is crazy. Sounds crazy, but like, I try to go to bed at 10 p.m., get 5 hours of sleep, 5.5 hours of sleep, and then work through the day. I think if 93K on the original Imperialism, sick. I do need to get a video out soon. Like, let's take a look. Let's go on youtube.com and take a look. It's been a little bit since we fully posted the video, which I'm still working on something. March 17th. So I do need to post something really, really soon. But 93K, that's crazy. Will it ever get to 100K? I think I know it's never gonna get like an increase like how it like blew up to 90K, but I truly believe it's without a doubt going to be the first video to hit 100K. Just for the fact that it's like the video that's closest, and if any video does well, it'll push people to that video. I see. Do I plan on doing a shiny only run? Like on this game? Probably. Like if we get the shiny starter and we keep hunting, I 100% would play this game shiny only. If we keep pushing Yi. Yeah, I think because it's like only problem being the pushing, yeah. The inconsistency. Imperialism seems a bit dried out. That's why I'm trying to put other ideas and space out the remainder of our regional imperialisms. We need to do other ideas in between. But I gotta get better at that. What's imperialism? The video that completely changed this channel for me. You have a Pokemon map. Like, I don't know if you've ever played like the game Risk. You have a Pokemon map, bunch of Pokemon on it, and every turn a wheel is spun to determine what Pokemon is going to be the attacking Pokemon. So like, say Fuecoco is on the map. We spin Fuecoco. Then, like, a whole region map, there's a bunch of Pokemon surrounding Fuecoco. We end up spinning an arrow, and then that arrow will point to a different Pokemon, say Sprigatito. And then we have to have a battle between Fuecoco and Sprigatito, and I wasn't the greatest at explaining it in the first episode, but it's completely random. And now it's kind of like, not completely random, but like it leans towards like super effective moves. But the moves are still randomly selected. Not me clicking like, oh, I like Fuecoco more, I'm going to click Ember every single turn. And then the winner of that battle takes both territories. The loser is eliminated, gone off the map, and that just keeps happening till there's one Pokemon surviving, crowning itself the champion. Basically a massive tournament, in a way. Some videos, the winner might also get a perk. I kind of like to change the rule styles slightly every single time we do it. They might get a TM, they might get EVs added to them, just to kind of like push who's winning. But since it's completely random and type matchups happen, they're not necessarily bound to survive. But we've done 3 or 4 regions of imperialisms, and we've done a couple ideas like metronome imperialism, baby Pokemon imperialism. And the end goal of the imperialism saga is to do every single region and then have a world championship between the regional winners. Also, get out of here emoji thing. I can't see. Like, I wish I could remove it. Also, where are my YouTube stats? Listen, I think to add, I do need to upgrade the YouTube stats on the Discord, but I think before that happens, I need a new video. We need to post a new video. That would be such a cool video. Yeah, and we'll get to that one. It's just, I have learned, like, it would be a lot easier to create an imperialism video to be my next upload, because I know how that works. But I've learned not to do just imperialism, because we had the big imperialism. I did another imperialism. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 imperialisms in a row, and nothing in between. So it kind of killed the hype eventually. And then I tried something else, didn't do too great. Did 2 more imperialisms, did a different style, did another imperialism, did a new idea that did decently well. 3.5k. Yo, did that increase like randomly? No. Just over time has increased. Wow. Which, the Battle Royale video is similar to imperialism but different, and then I tried a different video, didn't do great, and then another imperialism. So I need to do a video or 2 before the next imperialism. Are they looking a bit too sad? Is what looking a bit too sad? The stats or imperialism performances? say like 2.3k on the last Imperialism is not bad. It did increase. Yeah, since the last time I really looked at it, it did increase by quite a bit. Just over time. And if I can consistently upload, like, those increases would be even, like, more impressive. I did go watch it, so just saying it might have been me the 1,000 times. It'd be insane watching it 1,000 times. No, it's been over since it's been uploaded. Just it looks kind of like that, but still, like, over time it's more like that. Not the one I put the link in for intro. Yeah, that one was the OG. That one's just... What's that one? Since the last time I updated the stats. Where are we at? YouTube stats. Pokemon Imperialism had 91.7k. And that video is now sitting on... So when did I post that? March 20th? So it's gained about 1.5k in the past 6 months. Which would, without a doubt, would have been more if we posted consistently. Like, because consistent posting leads to more videos being recommended. Old videos being recommended. So we'll see. We'll see. When I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna get to work. We gotta get something else juicy going. I've got an idea, like I've shared in the leak channel of the Discord, that I think has potential to do decent. It's similar to an old video that didn't do amazing, but I think with improvements that I'm working on, it should do better. Mud. Yep. Okay. But I am always looking for new ideas to do for new videos. If you're up for it, a rainbow shiny hunt challenge might be good. We'll have to see. Like, this game could turn into a rainbow shiny hunt. Just based on, we'd have to see which starter we get. Okay, this is gonna be my final shiny encounter for the day, but we can stay and talk for a little bit. Like every color in the rainbow. We could end up doing it in this game. Just have to mentally like check off which ones we go for and which starter we end up getting. Because I could end up getting Trico and that would cancel out either blue or green. More blue or yellow of Trico. Okay, let's click Mudkip for the final time today. And it is not shiny. Okay. It is what it is. We've done 275 encounters. Like, wasn't expecting a shiny. Hey, my love. Welcome to the stream. This is, like, nearing the end of it. but welcome to the stream. I myself am not the biggest fan of we do this and then we battle type of videos. I will agree they are kind of overdone, but I did like the idea for infinite craft, and I thought that that was different enough of an idea than what everyone else does that I couldn't pass up on it. But now we can go. I said we're done, but we could go for charity stream is coming soon enough. I'm gonna say it is almost 4:30. I probably need to work on actual video stuff. Charity stream is coming soon enough. I just have to fully cement the ideas of it. I dropped in earlier to like it, and when I came back I accidentally unliked it, but I fixed it. It's okay. We hit, I think, 7. It says 7 on my end. It might say something different on your guys' end. So let's see if I can see the stats here. I cannot see the stats that well here. I was gonna say, we'll keep these 7 likes and mentally add it to the next stream that we do this shiny hunt. So we'll only have to get 3 likes to swap which starter we hunt for, which I think the next one would be Torchic. Or I could just follow the, down there I could follow the order. Go Mudkip, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Trico, Torchic. Have you ever tried 100 hours on blank type of videos? It says 8 on your end? Okay, then maybe we're at 8. Maybe we'll be 2 likes away. My thing takes a minute to update. I've never tried that type of video. I have, which the video didn't end up working because I ended up not feeling good. So I never ended up finishing it. I have tried 24 hours in a row, but that never turned into an actual video. I think 100 hours is an interesting idea, but personally, I feel like it'd be more fun. Hit again, what the heck? I feel like it'd be more fun to do 24 hours in a row. That's harder to find the time to create because I would need 24 uninterrupted hours of just doing that. But I think like just watching the mental decline, like you start the first hour like, yes, I feel good, I'm going to complete all these challenges. Then hour 6 you're like, okay, still feeling good. Then hour 12 you're like, okay, now I'm tired, now I'm sick of playing this game. And then you just steep, and then you start to lose it, and then you're just kind of like mentally there for like 14-18 hours, and then near the end you're like, okay, there's only 4 hours left, we're gonna push, we're gonna feel, and you get like some sort of like boosted feeling. Those are the type of videos I would prefer to make, but I would need said 24 hours straight of uninterrupted time, and right now that's not easy. Maybe sometime in the future I could go back and forth in liking it. But I don't know. I'm currently got my idea for the next video already. That does not sound healthy. That's why you don't do it. Like, you don't go, okay, that one, then the next one. Yeah, we can't always discuss these things on Discord, but I do like just chilling at the end of the live stream. Like, we are done hunting, but like chilling for a little bit and talking. Although it should be more private. Listen, these are just idea discussing. 24 hours of time and copious amounts of sanity. All gone. But I wouldn't like immediately, like I wouldn't do them back to back to back to back to back. If I were to do those videos and they were to be successful, it'd be like doing it once this month and then maybe in 2 months we'll do it again type of deal. But I would need a lot of time. And then you'd have to spend the next day like recovering. There's no like ifs, ands, or buts about that. Just mentally done. Shiny hunting for the wrong Pokemon? It's like shiny pooch here. Like as a video idea? Shiny hunting for Pokemon that you cannot catch. The shiny Ralts. Oh, what is? Or Wally's shiny Ralts. What other shinies? The shiny Starly in BDSP. Just pure suffering. Listen, if I were doing that and we got real shinies, I would keep those real shinies and be like, all right, let's create a new save file on a different account, like for BDSP. What other non-catchable shinies are there? The Ralts, the Poochyena, the Starly. I can't think of many. Have you ever tried surprise trading types of surprise trading types of videos or battle videos? So I've done that then we battle video once, but it didn't do too great. So I don't know if I'd ever do it then we battle again. Maybe on someone else's channel. I did do a surprise trade video early on. It was my second ever video on this channel, and it was my first video to ever cross 10k views, which was fun, and I learned a lot from it. It's at 13.5k views now, which is more, see, what was it all this time ago? Okay, it was only at it was at 13.1, so that video only got 500 views, 400 views since then. But that video did pretty well for me. And I've also done shorts with it too, and those shorts did okay. It's just that short series eventually turned into so much work for trying to do it daily that like it took away time for anything else. Because like, I know it sounds crazy, but editing shorts is like editing the intro. And I'm not the best editor, I'm not the fastest editor, but those editings, for me personally, shorts and intros can take like 1 to 2 hours because I'm trying to make it very like catchy and good and fast and like all that. And you try to like add all that in, and it just takes more time. Like that amount of thing takes more time than the rest of the video because you want those first 30 seconds to be amazing. Just looked it up. Someone already hunted for the uncatchable ones. But that's why you take those ideas and you do something different with them. You make it better. Like, just because someone has done a video idea does not mean they've done it in a way that wouldn't get more views if someone did something else. Catching, shiny, hunting, the uncatchable. I hunted uncatchable shiny Pokemon. Like, you can do different things with it. Add like challenges. The Purloin. Oh, is that Weedle? Could that Weedle be shiny? A few people have done it. But you can look at other people's ideas, take inspiration from it. That because Imperialism's an inspired video. Imperialism, while was original in Pokemon at the time, a couple other people have done it since then. It was taken from sports YouTubers, sports gaming YouTubers. So like, that's how you come up with ideas. Is you see what does well in other aspects, and you change it, you make it better, you add your own twist on it, and that's how you do it. But that being said, I think I'm gonna go start working on video stuff. We streamed for 2.5 hours. We had some fun. I think you were the original Pokemon one? Exactly. You should rank the shinies in each region and either battle or hunt them. Possibly. I'm not like... The issue is like... I like shiny hunting and I've streamed shiny hunting a few times. I'm not really a shiny hunting PokeTuber, video-wise. So, it would kind of like be different than the uploads. But we'll see. We'll see. Hit me up if you want to discuss some ideas on Discord. Hey, we got a Discord video discussion type of thing and a video stream ideas. So... we're always free to chat in there. But yeah, I'm going to start working on stuff. Try to get some videos done. Because that's, like, streaming's fun. And, or Pseudo Legends. Stuff with Pseudo Legends. I've thought about doing stuff with Pseudo Legends. There's potential there. Brain. But like streaming's fun, and we had a really good stream comparatively, which just shows vertical streams, I guess, are superior. Vertical streams just take the W over normal streams, but I like normal streams too. Like streaming's fun, creating shorts are fun, but really the biggest way to grow is actual videos, quality, consistent, long-form videos. So, that's what I gotta work on. But we will stream, because it does... Doing both, they help each other. If that makes sense. And plus, chatting with the community is a lot easier in a live stream. And on Discord. Link in the description. I still prefer normal streams. I prefer normal streams too. I prefer normal streams too, but you can't argue with the fact that vertical streams do get pushed a certain way. What if you compile all your shiny reactions when you get enough? I can put shiny reactions somewhere, but I don't know if a compilation of shiny reactions quite are the same anymore on YouTube, because YouTube's a different beast than back when those things used to be super popular. Like, I think now you kind of have to add like a story challenge to shiny hunting type of things. So like, say I were to create a video, like say we catch a bunch of shinies in this game and I were to do a video on it, it'd be more like it'd have to have like a story arc into getting the things and getting to where we're going to get, like the end goal of getting a shiny per badge, where like the reactions would still be added on. So if I get a shiny Mudkip, I could add that clip in there while adding a story. Kind of Alpha Rad, Small Ant, Like, kind of like that. But, yeah, I think I shall go work on the videos now. We will try to stay consistent with streaming, especially with the charity stream approaching. Same with the Discord. Like I said, Discord link is in the description of this, where people can chat, talk about ideas, and see easier. What about that ROM hack fuse thingy? So, like, for certain Pokemon games, you kind of have to get on the trend while it's trending. So like, if I were to do anything, like, you kind of have to jump on trends while they're trending. Same with, I can't think of the name of the game. Hoodlum Callum's playing it right now. Pokerogue. Pokerogue, it's still kind of popular, but like, it's another trend that's like died down. If I wanted to get involved in Pokerogue, I would have had to do it while it was popular. And I did think about it, but anytime I tried to like test out Pokerogue, the game was just so laggy that it just never worked. Infinite Craft, I was slightly late to. I think that video would have done a little bit better if I got that video out faster. Pokerogue, yeah, I've seen Pokerogue and it looks fun. It never worked on my computer. I don't know why, or on my phone. I don't know how other people were able to play it perfectly fine, but for me, the game moved at like it moved slow. What about Roblox Pokemon? Is that even a thing anymore? I know there was one thing, but like, they forced them to like change the game or something. I don't know. I've never played Roblox. But yeah, like, those types of trendy things, you kind of have to jump on the trend while they're trending. And right now, I don't think there's many. Yeah, that game. I don't think there's any big Pokemon trend that's happening right now. Like, to be honest, I think we've kind of like, we're kind of hit like a bland point where there's not much going on. Yeah, I never played, so I don't even know what it's like. So like, as a creator, like, I have to either hope to create the trend or find it very early and find a way to be different very early. We'll see. We shall see. But yes, like I said, the stream is going to be wrapping up right now. Nothing new real is happening right now, and like, ZA is currently quiet, so there's no like getting on that hype train yet. But I don't know, maybe we find the next trend and create it. I was really hoping Imperialism would have been that. That would have been really sick if that happened, but a couple people hopped on. We did very successful with the first one, but we'll have to figure it out. But thank you guys for hopping in. Well, don't forget, I was just here for a random reason. See you later. Thank you guys for hopping in. We'll try to stay consistent with streaming, but like I said, gotta get those long form videos going. But until next time, everyone, peace.